The music was deafening, lights blinding, and applause thunderous as Isabella Kane, the youngest self-made millionaire CEO in the city, raised her glass at the gala. Cameras flashed, people cheered her name. "To success," she declared with a perfect smile. But just seconds later, the world tilted. The glass slipped from her hand, crashing to the floor. Gasps echoed as Isabella fell, her diamond earrings glinting under the chandelier before everything went black. When she opened her eyes again, she wasn't on a marble floor or surrounded by security. She was lying on a torn leather couch, the smell of motor oil thick in the air. A small, dirt-smudged hand tugged her sleeve. "Miss, are you an angel?" a little girl whispered. And just like that, Isabella's entire world, everything she thought she knew about life, success, and love, was about to change forever. Isabella Kane was the kind of woman who didn't just walk into a room, she owned it. Founder of Kane Enterprises, worth over $80 million, she was a household name known for her brilliance, beauty, and icy control. Every headline screamed her perfection, the woman who built an empire before 30. But no one knew the cracks beneath the diamonds, the loneliness hidden behind every success toast, the exhaustion behind her flawless red lipstick. That night's charity gala was supposed to be her victory lap. She'd just secured a billion-dollar merger, the final step to cementing her company's global dominance. But as the champagne sparkled and laughter surrounded her, Isabella's chest tightened. Her vision blurred. The clinking glasses turned into echoes. Then, darkness. When she woke up, the faint hum of machinery replaced the music. The air was heavy with oil and iron. Confused, she sat up too quickly, groaning. A small voice spoke again. "You shouldn't move too fast. Daddy says it makes the headache worse." Isabella blinked, turning toward the sound. A little girl, maybe 7 years old, sat on a stool, her hair tied in two messy braids. Her jeans were patched, her face smudged with dirt, but her eyes were big, bright, and full of curiosity. Where am I?" Isabella whispered. "In Daddy's garage," the girl said simply. "He found you by the road. Your car was crashed." Isabella frowned. "Crashed? No, I was at..." She stopped. Her memory was fragmented. A bright light. A sharp pain. Then nothing. "Don't worry," the girl said, smiling sweetly. "Daddy fixed your head." Before Isabella could respond, the sound of heavy boots echoed. A man walked in, tall and broad-shouldered, with grease stains on his shirt and deep lines of worry around his eyes. "You're awake," he said, setting down a wrench. "You hit your head pretty bad. I found your car flipped over near the highway." "Who are you?" she asked, instinctively pulling the blanket around her. "Ethan Cole," he replied. "Mechanic. And this troublemaker's dad." The girl giggled. "I'm Lily." Isabella rubbed her temples. "I need to make a call. My assistant." "There's no signal here," Ethan said calmly. "You're in Maplewood, about 50 miles from the city." "Maplewood," she muttered. She'd heard of it, a small, struggling town most corporations had long forgotten. Over the next few hours, Isabella tried to piece her memory together. Her phone was destroyed. Her designer gown was torn. Her assistant and driver were unreachable. And to her horror, she realized, no one even knew where she was. Ethan offered her some soup Lily had made, watery, with bits of vegetables, but steaming and honest. Isabella hesitated before taking a sip. "It's good," she admitted softly. Lily beamed. "It's my favorite. Daddy says it makes people feel better inside." As night fell, Ethan offered her the couch. "You can stay till morning," he said. "I'll drive you to town then." "Thank you," she murmured, for the first time in years meaning it. That night, as the crickets sang outside, Isabella stared at the cracked ceiling. For once, the silence didn't feel like loneliness. Morning light spilled through the broken windows, landing on Ethan's tools. Clean, organized, worn from years of use. Lily hummed softly as she drew pictures on scrap paper, occasionally glancing at Isabella with shy curiosity. "Want breakfast?" Ethan asked. "It's not fancy, just eggs and toast." Isabella, who was used to champagne breakfasts, nodded. That sounds perfect. As days passed, because the weather turned bad and she couldn't leave yet, Isabella found herself caught in a life she'd never imagined. A simple one. She learned that Ethan was a single father, his wife having passed away when Lily was 3. The garage barely kept them afloat, but he never complained. He smiled easily, worked hard, and loved his daughter fiercely. Lily, in turn, adored Isabella. She'd follow her everywhere, asking endless questions about her princess life. Do you have a castle? Do you have a crown? Do you have someone who makes you laugh like Daddy makes me laugh? That last question made Isabella pause. In the days that followed, Isabella began helping around, cleaning the garage, sorting papers, even fixing a spreadsheet for Ethan's small business. She realized he was drowning in debt, not from laziness but from bad luck and loyalty to townsfolk who couldn't afford to pay. You could charge more, Isabella suggested one afternoon. Ethan shrugged. People here don't have much. If I can help them, that's enough. His words hit her harder than any boardroom speech ever had. Slowly, her heart, long buried under ambition, began to soften. One evening, as they sat watching Lily chase fireflies, Ethan looked at her and said, "You're not just some rich CEO, are you? You've got something else in there. Something real." She laughed softly. "I don't know who I am anymore." He smiled. "Maybe that's a good thing." A week later, when her assistant finally tracked her down, Isabella had to return to the city. Her company was in chaos without her. The world she'd built, demanding, ruthless, glittering, was waiting. Before she left, Lily hugged her tightly. "Don't forget us, okay?" Isabella knelt down, her throat tight. "Never." Back in the city, Isabella walked into her office with a new calm. The noise, the greed, the endless rush, it all felt smaller. She called a board meeting. Everyone expected her to announce another expansion. Instead, she said quietly, "We're opening a new branch in Maplewood. To bring jobs, education, and hope." Her team stared. But she smiled, truly smiled, for the first time in years. Months later, the new center in Maplewood opened. Children ran through the newly paved streets. Ethan's garage became a partner in the project, his business thriving. As the ribbon was cut, Lily ran to her, holding a small hand-painted sign that read, "Thank you for fixing hearts, not just cars." Isabella knelt, tears in her eyes. "No, sweetheart. You're the one who fixed mine." Sometimes, it takes losing everything to find what truly matters. Isabella chased success her whole life, until fate stopped her long enough to see the beauty in simplicity, love, and kindness. Because at the end of the day, the richest people aren't those who have the most, but those who give the most, from the heart.